where we just left off. So we're right here, this knee's inside, just a little side pointer. If they're really tight with their elbow to their knee right here, there's generally still gonna be some space right in the inside here that I can get this knee in and then open them up with this knee right here by pushing forward and opening up that elbow. If they're so tight that even this space is opened up or is closed up, then usually I'd start going for the guillotine, and that's usually more, the front headlock moves are usually a little bit more open, especially the no-arm guillotine. So we're gonna go over that as well later on in the month, but for right now, we're gonna go for the seatbelt grip position. So right here, seatbelt grip, I get my near knee in like we were practicing there, opening them up a little bit, and then once I open them up, I'm gonna grab that wrist, step over, and then scoop it up right here. I can cross my feet or just keep them together. I just don't want to let him kick his arm back, obviously. So I open him up with this knee, step over, and just scoop it back. Feet together is usually just perfect right here. If he tries to get that arm out, it's pretty stuck. So I don't have to like do a crazy triangle lock or even cross my feet to keep that arm trapped. Then this hand that was under his arm is going to get wrist control, or if you remember from back attack month, that hand control is very good here as well. The wrist control is generally enough, but again, that hand control where you're torquing his palm out can be a little extra bonus trick as well from there. And now we've got this left hand that can start looking for a finish from here. We're gonna slither it under the chin until you can grab his traps right here. Keep chest pressure on him and just gently pull that left elbow back. Gently on your partner. You can go as hard as you want, it's live. Right here, and I'm just pulling. This is the same single arm choke that we did essentially from the back last month. So, and again, one more time on Joey here. Right here, I got the seatbelt grip. I just snapped him down, took him down into the front headlock, spun to the back here. I get my near knee in, open him up, step over. Sometimes you don't even need your other hand to assist. Sometimes you can use it there. I step, I scoop it back. I get that wrist control. Now I've got his arm controlled by my legs. I got his other arm controlled by my other arm. So that leaves me one free arm with no defenses for him. Single arm choke. You can actually even go full rear naked choke as well from there, which is grabbing your biceps, sliding that forearm behind his neck. One other option you can do from here, which you definitely want to mention, but it's just it's kind of a nice thing if it does happen, is if I'm here and he's got his arms tied, I can't open it up, but sometimes I just step right in front of him, and he sees that leg and sees an opportunity to try to get on top, and I just snatch that arm right there. Sometimes they'll do that step for you, and you'd be surprised how often that actually can happen. So definitely want to mention that. You may want to drill that a couple times where you just kind of plant your foot right in front of them. And a lot of times, the more desperate they are on bottom, the more they'll see that as a little glimpse of hope. And they'll grab that, and of course, if you know what you're doing, you just snatch that arm right up and we end up right where we want to be, right here. Dig under that chin, try to get as deep as you can. Really try to get elbow at his chin level deep. So I'm really hooking his shoulder. This makes the single arm finish very easy, and it makes the two arm finish very doable as well. Let me show on Hector as well one time. So we'll start from all fours for right now. In the seatbelt position. I've got the seatbelt, I get my near knee in, maybe I plant this and he grabs it, awesome, just did the work for me. I'm gonna grab his hand or wrist right here, just enough so that he can't properly defend with that forearm, and then I start on one side of his jaw underneath, and I dig under the chin, and all the way through here, try to grab as deep as you can on his traps here, and then I just pull my elbow up. But I don't wanna pull my whole body up, I want to keep my chest weight on him and just pull the elbow up so that he's stuck in that position, and it's pressure just right there on the windpipe. You can also finish right there. From this position, I would prefer the one arm choke. You feel a little bit off balance with the two arm, depending on the length of your arms and the width of their shoulders. The two arm is sometimes a decent option. Sometimes the one arm is a lot better. One more time on forcing what's called back crucifix, which is this position right here. Boom, opening up with your knee, grab it right here, and then step over. You can also pull it a little bit if you're not as flexible, but step over and snatch it up, grabbing the wrist control or hand control, either way. Boom. One arm or two arm finish from there. So let's start on all fours, seatbelt grip, And if you want, try both sides. Try your preferred side first a few times. If you get that one down, then try the other side, mix it up. Let's do it. 1, 2.